This is your girl, Tanya. And this is my brother, Miguel. Say hello to the people, Miguel.
Hello, people.
Or Mikey, as some of you know him.
In the streets.
In the streets, honey. This is our first podcast. We are so excited. This is something that Mikey kind of came up with the idea, and he asked me to do it. And I said, you know what? Let's do it. You know, everybody up in there doing a podcast. I think that the reason we wanted to start this also was because we have a lot of friends. We always get together. We have like some amazing conversations. We might disagree, we might agree, but at the end of the day, we always come together and support each other. So why not share that with the world? Today, we have a very special guest. He is one of our really good friends, Brandon.
Can you edit some noises and be like?
That's the wrong.
We will get you a clap.
We'll get you a clap.
Not this clap.
No.
That's a different clap.
Please, not that one. Again.
Again. Not again.
Yes, Brandon, welcome to the podcast.
Thank you guys for having me. I've never been on a podcast, so.
This is our first time also. So,
Right,
I mean,
so neither have we.
Yeah.
Yes, we're so excited to have you. Thank you for coming. We are in my garage because I feel like you want to be to have a good conversation. You want to be somewhere where you feel comfortable, welcome, and what better place than your house? You know, the garage here is where we play music, we have parties, or we just sit down and talk about everything. How amazing.
How amazing.
What a
life.
beautiful thing. What a vibe. Yes. So let me tell the people a little bit of how when we met. Mm-hmm. I feel like as soon as I met Brandon, I was like, oh my God, this is me if I was a boy. You know Beyonce's song? If I was a boy, I would have been Brandon.
If I was Brandon.
Oh, God. Yes, we clicked immediately. And one of the first questions I asked him, as a regular person would ask, I said, do you like Cardi B?
Yeah.
And he said
I felt
yes.
attacked.
Oh, I mean, you're here.
Yeah, I felt attacked. She asked me, do you like Cardi B? And I said, yes, I do.
I think. I'm scared.
No, I'm kidding. I did.
Yeah, and I feel like we started talking, we started communicating, and then I feel like once we started becoming friends, we were like, oh my God.
Yes.
We are twin flames, as they say.
Definitely.
Earlier today, we had a conversation, and Mikey made a statement.
yes.
He said that Brandon is his best friend.
He will be considered my best friend.
Period.
Yeah.
Would you consider him your best friend?
Definitely.
Of course.
Don't you see how good we're vibing?
Yeah, I mean, we listen to Cardi B together.
Yeah, we listen to Cardi B together.
La Beyonce.
La Beyonce.
La Beyonce.
And I think he likes Lady Gaga.
I'm still on the fence, but I'll just
Half a monster.
Monstrito.
Well, this is very hurtful, and these are news I was not expecting to get on a Thursday night.
On a Thursday night.
Yes. All right, Brandon, do you mind telling the people a little bit about yourself?
Yes. Hi, people. I'm originally not from here. I'm not a Texas girl.
No.
I grew up in California, and my dad decided to move us out here. It's 10 years now. So I think I told myself if I was here 10 years later, I would consider myself a Texan. So I think I'm coming out as a Texan on this podcast right now.
Oh, my God.
Oh, my gosh.
This is a safe space.
It is? Okay.
Yes.
Okay.
We love Texas.
Hi, y'all. I'm Texan now.
I was going to ask you, do you say y'all now?
I do say y'all.
Do y'all?
And then text message.
Yeah.
And I mean
on purpose.
Yes.
Yeah, like sometimes we've gone places and we're like, hey, how are y'all doing? And then like, oh, you're from Texas. I'm like, why do you? And then, but you say it like without even thinking about it. Yeah, like how else would you say it?
I know. Well, whenever I
before you came out as
before
Texan.
I came here, I'm like, hi, how are you guys doing?
Oh,
Hey,
you
dudes,
guys.
you guys, dudes. That's a y'all.
No.
But I guess with us, we #ESL, English as a second language. Mm-hmm. We learned Texas English.
Right.
So we learned the y'all, and to me now when somebody says something different, I'm like, that don't sound
right.
But I'm gonna say it.
They taught us wrong.
Right. No, I'm thinking they are thought wrong. I'm right.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Very
Reverse it. Why not?
I'm like, no, I think you're the problem, not me.
So the first question of the day that
yes.
I want to have.
Go ahead.
It's a very important question for both of y'all.
Oh.
If y'all had the money, would y'all have been in that submersible?
Oh.
Would y'all have been going down to the Titanic?
I would say I think I would.
Just because of the like adventure type of deal, or
I
just
love-
of the Titanic?
I
type
love
of
the ocean, and if something was gonna get me that deep, I would. And I had
That's
that
what she said.
and if I had that money, I think I would have been there.
Yeah?
Yeah.
It would have been a no for me.
What about the claustrophobic factor?
Okay, well, see, I had to
about
think
that?
about that. I said,
Yeah.
claustrophobic, yes, that's a thing. But also, I don't think, how long was that thing supposed to be underwater for?
So I seen this guy that was talking about it. That he did the trip about 3 or 4 years ago. He said that it's a 2-hour descent because it's like I don't know how many miles down, and then you get like 4 hours to explore down there. Because whenever you get there, you're not guaranteed that you're gonna like. They don't like drop you right on it. They still kind of have to find it.
Right.
So you get 4 hours of exploration and then 2 hours to go back up. So you're 8 hours.
It's an all-day thing.
Yeah.
That's a whole shift.
Yeah, I didn't think about the claustrophobic part.
Never mind.
I guess I fooled myself. Yeah, that would probably change my answer, but still, the initial answer would have been if I had the money, yes, I would have been
and
there.
if it was a better experience.
I would have been there. Was it my cocktails in a little cooler and a little sandwich with chips? Yeah, I would have been there. Yeah.
Not the chips, honey.
Yeah.
I would have taken some tacos, some tortitas. I wouldn't have done it because I'm not that adventurous. And if I want to see the Titanic,
Yeah.
I'll watch the movie. I'll go to the Discovery Channel. Like, I don't care. You know, I do not care. What's under in the water? I don't even like to go to the lake because I can't even see through the water.
Yeah.
So imagine me getting in some and no.
Yeah.
But, you know.
And then, you got to trust all those people that they're doing what they're supposed to be
Well,
doing.
no. And then my question is, did y'all see the controller?
Yeah.
I was like,
I would have said, if I was that rich, I would have said, let me build my own thing because I don't trust this man. You know?
let me actually get a Titanic and just
Yeah.
break it down myself.
Yeah.
I would invite Leonardo DiCaprio for him to get his revenge on Rose, and we could have lived.
Yeah, and be like, I can sit on this table. I can
Yeah.
stand,
I can
and
stand
lay
on
this
this.
table.
Yeah.
We both can fit here.
Yeah. And then let me tell you something. As a big girl, somebody would have told me, get your butt off that table and let these two people up in there. So, Miss Rose, we see you, girl. We know what you did.
She did it for the plot.
And then she's going to be standing there in the movie like nothing happened. Like
She
saying,
had hypothermia. How was she just there, like, with the diamond at the end? Like,
Yeah, no.
no. She did it on purpose.
She did.
I think
She
she
killed
had
him.
another man waiting for her.
I think.
Yeah.
Yes. Let's start a rumor about Rose.
Actually, my plan was to actually rewatch the Titanic because I
because
enjoy
of
that
that-
movie.
that, yeah.
And of course, the Titanic.
Cynthia, my wife, she used to watch it like all the time. She
Yeah,
had, like,
I used to
on
watch
repeat.
it too.
Yeah.
No.
And before it was like on a VHS and it had to be like 3 of them.
Oh, God.
I would watch it just for the, just for the plot, for the car scene.
To see if you see the...
The wreckage.
The
The
wreckage.
wreckage. Let me inspect for myself.
You said, yeah, they could have made it.
I would have fit.
Conspiracy.
I would have fit. Yeah.
Yes. No, that is crazy. I mean, sometimes I feel like people with money just don't know what to do
I
with
think
it.
that's part of it too.
Yeah.
You know, like Jeff Bezos, he was like going to the stratosphere for no reason, like
No.
for 2 seconds, you know?
No. If I had money, I would save it. And then whenever I would get old and my days uncounted, I would spend it all.
Okay.
And then I would get myself in debt.
When
And,
you're
and
old,
leave it to my family.
Yeah, leave it to my family.
leave them
To my
not a
co-signers.
penny to their names,
Yeah.
just
Right.
the debt. I think, well, when you have that much money, it's like, to me, it's like you have to, they naturally need to feel something. And I think the adrenaline of them actually maybe dying makes them feel alive.
Yeah, or
Because
like
I
the
don't
risk,
think,
or the
ri-
taking the
yeah,
risk.
the
Yeah,
risk-
probably.
I think the risk of it, because I think they've become successful by taking risk.
Right.
But now, I mean, drugs that can make you feel that way. Alcohol and drugs can make you feel a certain way, but to an extent. And I think those stuff, like the exploration and adventure of them doing all these things because
Right,
they have
right.
the money and resources,
Right.
I think that's what makes them feel alive.
Yeah, it makes sense because, like, you know, like us as regular people. You know, you get
Common
something.
folks.
You know, the peasants of of the world. Like you go and you work hard, and then you go buy something, and then you feel that, like you said,
Yeah,
that
you feel
excitement.
that. Yeah.
Or you give somebody something, and they get that excitement from
Yeah.
you. But yeah, like when you're like so rich and like, oh, my dad bought me another Lamborghini, like. But
Yeah.
like, oh, but we're gonna go down to the Titanic. We might die.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
Yeah. I'm gonna go somewhere where no one has ever been.
Yeah, I think that's part of it. Yeah.
That's a little bit of an iconic behavior, to be honest.
Iconic.
That you would
Iconic. Iconic. It's iconic.
Yeah,
To
no.
think like, I'm gonna be one of those bitches that's been down there.
Like
The
here, the
first
closest you're
one.
gonna be
Yes.
is when you go to like the state park and you like dive under that platform thing. I hope you're gonna make it.
I'm like, I hope I make it.
Or no, if you go to San Antonio and get on one of those, like the boat. That's
hope
when
you
you're
make it,
like,
yeah.
Your margarita.
Yeah.
I made it.
Extra salt,
Extra
okay?
salt.
Yes. Or when you go to like a restaurant, they're like, el queso es extra. Give it to
Pónselo.
me.
Put on the quad. And I know, and y'all know guacamole is expensive.
Yes.
Put that shit on too.
Yes. I feel like that's our thrill. Or like being, or being able to get like Chick-fil-A twice a week. And not have to use your rewards. That's what you know.
That's
you
that's
made
actually
it.
that's a good thrill. Yeah.
Cuando te llega la tanda.
Oh.
That is.
Oh yeah.
Can we talk about a tanda?
Yeah.
Tandas are underrated, right? Not overrated, because nobody talking about a tanda.
Well, that'll be a good question. Is a
Yeah,
tanda
is it
underrated
underrated?
or overrated?
Yeah.
I feel like for older, well, I don't know, older Mexican families, people, they love it.
Yeah.
And if it wasn't for like my parents and stuff, I would have.
I think that's a part of the thrill. Like, am I really gonna get my money back from this random lady?
This is a risky investment.
Yeah.
You really have to trust people here.
Like, you really gotta be like the
Yes.
first numbers.
And it'd be like,
you know?
Yes.
oh yeah, we're inviting the lady from down the street. She's gonna be a part of this tanda. I'm like, I don't know her like that.
Yeah.
Can
she really-
Like,
can she really
Is she
put it in-
trustworthy?
Yeah.
No, but you know how they hook you is because they're like, we're only gonna do it with people we trust.
We trust, yeah.
So it's like, okay, it's like your tío, your tía, your sobrina, everybody up in there. But then they start bringing other
start bringing the
players,
random people.
other players.
Yeah.
And then they're the first people on the tanda. And
Yeah.
they're like,
Yeah,
they go
There
get
should
the-
be a rule where they're the last people.
Yeah. Until you
No,
got like 3 or 4
until you-
tandas under your bag.
Yeah.
I love being the last one.
Why?
Because
Well,
once
yeah.
I'm done, I'm done. Like the last payment.
Well,
I
Well, the thing
said,
about
like,
tandas is like I think like that's the purpose of them. Like you need money now, you're the first numbers.
Right.
Like I need like
She need a small payday loan.
Yeah. No interest.
no, or you're trying to save, you're the last one.
Yeah,
And that's,
I
like,
guess.
so
Yeah,
it's either a
you're
saving
right.
account or a loan.
Yeah,
So like I see the benefit on both.
both
you know?
ways. Yeah.
But like sometimes like you be like, oh, it's in a tanda, and like oh, your tío got like 4 numbers. Like that's $400 a week.
That is a lot.
Like
Can he afford it?
and they be paying it like, tío, what you doing? You know, because it's like.
yeah.
I
I'll
know
be like
you-
struggling. I'll be like, hey, Tanya, you want to go half a number in the tanda?
Yes,
You know, like,
I've done
we've
that
been doing
before.
that.
Yeah.
50-50,
Yeah,
you know, and
50-50.
like tío over there getting
Yeah,
400, you know.
And your tíos was like, give me 5 numbers. I said, this is not bingo. Like, what are you talking
That
about?
man doing the whole tanda by himself.
Yeah.
This ain't a Connect 4 game, baby. Calm down.
Yes, but I mean, I love a good tanda though.
I stopped doing tandas, but
I
But
only
we
did
did,
one,
yeah.
and I've never done one again.
you want to start with
Listeners,
Yeah.
Yeah.
To our followers, hello.
Cash App? And now you can do it in Cash
Cash
App.
App, Zelle,
Yeah.
Venmo.
Cash App is $100.
And I always
And we will
hate
make 'em disappear.
when they're like, when then you're a little late, like the tandas do on Sundays at 6.
Oh, yeah.
And you get there on Monday in the morning, and the lady's like, where the money at?
Yeah.
But then when it's your number, they're like, oh, te lo doy para el viernes, el jueves. And I'm like, no, lady,
Nope.
you were
Yeah,
rushing me.
Yeah.
I need my money. And I also need to know where the lady lives. Whoever is in charge.
You need to know their address, their full name, and their phone number.
And I need to know where the kids go to school.
Their matricula number.
The matricula number. Like, I need to know everything.
Everything.
I started rewatching Sons of Anarchy, and honestly, I'm like, am I a gangster? Like, now I think of everything. I'm like,
Oh yeah.
I don't really trust you. What did you put on my drink?
It's like you have to go in with the mentality like you can't trust a person when you meet them, but as you get to know them, you start to like take off the layers.
Right,
and then,
right.
And start to trust them.
Well, I mean, that's
And then
kinda
you
how
can't even
make-
trust your mother.
Oh yeah, because back in the day, if you gave my mom some money, that money was gone.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And then they're gonna guilt trip you if you ask for it.
Right.
No, they'll be like, I'll give it to you. I'll keep it in a safe space for you.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's gonna be your little piggy bank.
Yeah.
But as Mexicans, we never had a piggy bank.
No.
No.
Yeah.
And then you're like, hey, ma, los $50 que tenía, pues, ¿quién te llevó a Chuck E. Cheese? ¿Tú crees que eso fue de gratis?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, like, I'm
You
I'm
said
30.
it was my savings account.
I'm 33. I don't need to go to no Chuck E. Cheese.
You're 33.
She said, yeah.
Good child.
¿Quién crees que compró el bistec para tu meal prep? I'm like, damn. I thought you were just being nice. Whatever happened to being nice?
I know.
So yeah, I feel like tandas, and I mean, maybe like a tanda can help you like work with your trust issues.
Or it can make them worse.
Or worse. Yeah.
It's not that I've been burned. It sounds like I've heard about it.
Yeah,
you know,
no.
but
Shout out to the tanda ladies.
Yeah.
We haven't
Yeah,
been
yeah,
burned,
yeah.
so yeah.
Señoras.
It's always like a señora.
It
no, it has to
always
be.
is.
Yeah,
It has
yeah.
to be.
Yeah, because if it was a señora, we're like, man,
Yeah.
She's like the Rock. that keeps it
Yeah,
together.
the Wayne Johnson.
Yes. And also, they be knowing people.
Oh,
yeah.
yeah.
If you didn't pay your dues, somebody else is gonna see you around, and she gonna know.
Yeah.
She gonna know that. Oh, he was out there. He was out there buying pupusas with guacamole.
Yeah. Extra guacamole.
Extra guacamole. So he got the money.
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
spending your money.
Yes. And you know, also like nowadays, it's, if you do something, it will come out on social media.
Baby,
Yeah.
yes, I'm here for that.
Yes.
I'll be like, okay, so what's going on today?
Yeah, especially you cannot owe money.
Oh,
You cannot
no.
owe money because any move you make is done deal. You know what I mean?
But also social media can save your life, because the other day we were out at the bar.
¿Cómo?
We were out at the bar, and then there was a gentleman. And I said, oh, does he have kids? Is he single? And then Brandon proceeded to show me a screenshot
I was like,
about somebody that posted about him, talking about he's a cheater, he did this.
no, y'all.
He is.
Yeah.
He has a lot of things going on, let's just say.
And it was in like a private Facebook group.
Yes.
A woman's Facebook group that they will share bad experiences with men for the purpose of warning the ladies of East Texas.
Oh. I did not know.
Yes.
Well,
Yes.
I only know because
Is it like Tyler Ratchet?
No, well, I can't remember the name of the group.
Actually, that's how we met Brandon and Tyler Ratchet.
That's my group.
Pin post.
Yeah. But yeah, no, it was crazy. I showed her. I said, "Look, that's him.
And I was like,
Be
oh my-
discreet. Don't look at him."
No.
And now he's in the podcast.
We didn't say names.
We didn't say nothing. We didn't say
No.
details.
But then this is how he said, be discreet. He hands me his phone, and he's like, look. The man's standing right there.
Oh, yeah.
And I'm literally like, he's like, no, but look. And I was like, whenever you deliver those kind of chismes, you have to be.
I know. I'm bad at that, but
You
it's
really
okay.
I don't care what people say. Like, everybody loves a cheese man.
Oh,
You know what I mean? Like,
definitely.
people are like, oh, this is bien chismoso, blah, blah, blah. But, like,
I
everybody.
think they're still gonna hear you.
Yeah.
They're gonna be like,
Yes.
The only thing that people are afraid that person's gonna give them a chisme about them. You know what I
Right.
mean? Like that's why like you're like, oh, chismoso back. But it's like you want to hear the chisme. You know what I mean?
But yeah, I mean, we all hear stuff about other people. If y'all heard anything about me, it's probably true, honey. I don't know, but
same.
yes.
Post it on the comments.
Yes.
Yeah, if you heard
If you
anything
heard
about me,
something, try.
If you seen it in your
down.
secret group,
And you know what? At me.
tag
Tag
and
me.
Brandon.
At the basic brand.
Yes. But this is my favorite kind of gossip. When somebody just like tells you something that they didn't think you didn't know, and then they start showing you pictures, and you can click on the Facebook and you can see the mom, the dad, and you're like, oh, okay.
Yeah.
I I can't.
And then like the other half of it.
Oh yeah.
You know what I mean? No, like you know.
Yeah,
what I
like
mean?
Like the initial share, but now you got the share with the receipt.
Yeah.
Yes, I love that.
Yeah,
I
well,
love a
that's
good chisme.
Yeah.
Of course, we don't encourage malicious chisme.
Oh no, yeah.
But if you got it, we won't say no.
One thing now.
Put it in our DMs. We're gonna open an Instagram page so everybody can send us a cheese man.
Yes.
Is this Gossip Girl like Mexican edition? Please.
It's chisme time.
Cheeseman Girl.
Yes, chisme girly. Yeah, that is. I mean, I feel like everybody, no matter what they say, the man's always got the best chisme because y'all just talk and.
But I don't know. Because like somebody, just in the personal, somebody can tell me something. I'm not gonna say nothing.
That's a lie.
Well, that's it.
That's a lie.
Best friend, quit telling people.
No. But I feel like sometimes with men, they talk and they don't think like this is.
They're not
gossip.
analytical. They're just saying
They're just
stuff.
saying, oh yeah, well he was cheating on her, and I'm like,
Yeah, my homeboy hit this the other week. His wife got upset, and I said, "Do you hear yourself right now?"
And you're like, who?
Can I get a name?
Can I get a picture? Yes. So I feel like men be like, las mujeres son bien chismosas, but y'all be liking the chisme too.
Yeah.
That's what I said. A good cheese man. It's always hot.
Defend yourself right now.
You know.
Mike is like, I've never had a chisme.
He's like, I know Cynthia's watching this debut
Yeah.
podcast.
Yes. Shout out to the
Cynthia.
wife,
Shout out to the
honey.
wife,
Yes.
And the kids. I know.
The
I know Stelita's
kids.
watching too.
Stelita's like, cheese man? Yes, baby, a cheese man. I'm so like, I hope like when the girls grow up, they're just like, Tia.
I got a cheese man.
Yeah.
And Brandon.
I don't want them to be astronauts. I don't want them to be doctors. I want them to come with good gossip from school. You know?
Want them? You have to teach them. Like you have to teach them how to like do a confessional. Be like, Nana, I have chisme,
Yes.
and you're like, all right. What do you want? A Coke? A Pepsi?
Apple juice.
Apple juice? Can you sit down? Let's talk.
El otro día mi maestra.
Oh my god! And kids will hold
Yeah.
on to it.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
like, they can give you good gossip that you don't have to be a part of.
No, yeah.
Yeah.
And you're just, like the other day, Aaliyah was like, I'm not me exposing everybody in the family, but she was like, yeah, so my dad couldn't fix the washer, and he was hitting it and cursing. And I said, not cursing. Sorry, Rob. But yeah, she told us.
I mean, hey.
Yeah. You can't do shit about, stuff with kids. You know what I mean? Because they're gonna tell you.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
You know, like Cynthia and Stelita, you say so like Cynthia got onto her because she's wild. Stelita's wild, you know. And I'll come home and she tells me, like, mommy, and she hit her. You know? But I know like she didn't hit her, you know. But
Right.
Stelita's telling me, you know, I'm like, and then I gotta be like, what happened, you know?
And then you're gonna do it to Cynthia.
No.
Oh, my God.
No otro chamaco.
You want to be a goddaddy?
El padrino.
El padrino. My goodness. Another thing that I wanted to talk about in this podcast today with you, I recently started going to therapy.
Oh, the aplauso.
I gotta get the little horn
yeah,
going.
sure. We
For the
do
next
that
one,
horn. And you, my baby, started going to therapy too.
Yes.
Sorry.
Somebody please. We are here to let everybody know that we will start Mikey's therapy. I'm sorry.
This is an intervention.
Yes, you need therapy. If you don't mind me asking, what has therapy done for you? I know you just started, but I'm sure.
Yeah.
First, can we talk? Are you open to talk about a little bit of what brought you to be like, therapy would help me out?
Yeah, definitely. I think it's I'm one of those people that would never like to talk about my emotions.
We know that.
So
Drag her.
get my wig. So that definitely had a toll on me, but like you don't realize that it takes a toll on you until somebody tells you. So luckily I had good people in my life that told me that probably that would help me. And so I explored the idea and I did it one day. And I did this because it's all online, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to, because I've done in-person ones, but I never stuck to it because it was a little bit intimidating.
Right.
You're in front of a stranger, and you're just telling them your whole life and your trauma. It's like, I don't know how I feel about that. So then I entered it back again, and I did it online. And, but yeah, that's honestly what sparked my interest. Like, just somebody just telling me, like, hey, I think you would benefit from this.
Right.
Yeah. So I've been doing it for maybe 4 months now.
Was that hard to hear?
It was hard to hear because I've heard it before many times. I was just never. I would never consider it.
Right. Because that's got to be also hard to say. You know what I mean? Because like you don't want to. Because like you gotta find a way to say like.
Right.
Hey, bro, you need help. Or like, yeah, how do you say it to where like you don't you're not offending somebody. You know?
I'm somebody who can like, if you tell me something and I don't like it, you're gonna know that I don't like it. So.
Oh, we know him.
So that I definitely did that a lot, but you know, you kind of have to like step back and be like, okay, well, what are they saying that I'm not seeing? I said, oh, they're saying that I just shut down and I don't speak. So that's what honestly made me realize, like, you know, let's try it out.
It could help. Huh?
Yeah, it could help.
Yeah, because sometimes as a friend, you know, you see your friends going through stuff, and you don't want to damage the friendship.
Right.
But at the same time, if you know that there's something wrong, it's better to say it. But yeah. And I guess when it comes with therapy, there's so many like misconceptions, and as Hispanic, Mexican people, you know, if something happens, you deal with it and you move on. And
especially, like that, like in our culture is like unheard of. Like somebody going to like a therapy or something is like, oh, está loco, or like, you know, like, or like, oh, he has problems with his wife, or, you know, like he's cheating or something, you know. So it's hard for somebody, and sometimes even like in the macho culture, you know, even a man to go into like, or even open up about his feelings, you know, it's just like...
Or just be emotional, having a moment to be vulnerable for yourself or for whoever you're with. I think we're taught as a really young age that guys are not allowed to cry or show their emotions. Yes. So I think that sticks with us, like, internally. But, you know, you have to, like, break the cycle, you know, there's got to be a breaking point. Yeah. Yeah,
that is very true. I felt like I needed it. Mm-hmm. And when you think of like therapy, you think of like, oh my God, last resort, like all of that. But I stopped drinking almost 3 years ago.
Aplauso.
So I felt like, as silly as it sounds, I didn't know how to deal with my emotions. Because before I would get sad, let's go out, let's go drink. I will get happy, let's go drink. And now it's like, I'm happy. And it's like, do I just go get a lemonade at Chick-fil-A? I'm sad. Like, do I go get ice cream? Like, I didn't know.
You actually have to deal with those emotions.
Yeah. And like, I had never felt anxiety. I had never felt like walking into a room to me was no problem. Like, I was like, I'm going to know somebody. And if not, I'm going to make friends. But now, like, going somewhere without knowing I'm going to know somebody there, like, it makes me, oh, my God, like, so, like, anxious. And I never felt that before. So then, like, and also when you think of, like, childhood trauma, I think you think of, like, the worst.
Yeah.
But I feel like me going to therapy, it kind of, like, helped me, like, realize, like it or not, like our parents were young when they had us. Like, well, and not necessarily 15, 16, but my mom was like 21. My dad was like 22, 23. So if you go back and you think when you were 21, 23, and they were like, oh, here's a baby.
Yeah.
I would have like not been okay with it.
Right, yeah.
So it's like young people that went through stuff with their parents, and now there's like, oh, here's this baby, and you have to like raise them.
Yeah, you have to raise them.
So I feel like people make mistakes as parents, which I'm not like talking crap about them. I'm just saying like you make mistakes as a human, and then you don't realize that you're doing a harm to somebody else by your actions. So I felt like me talking to somebody else that was somebody that didn't know my family, doesn't know me,
Right.
they're just listening to me and helping me like deal with that has been like a game changer.
Yeah, it really is. You know, because like they're not there to judge your parents of how they raised you,
Right.
or they're not there to judge your actions
Yeah.
on how you are in life. They're just there to like listen, and like they do help with suggestions in like your current life, because you know usually they speak about what do you want out of this, and
Right.
you give them that, and as you reach that, they're like, okay, now moving forward, what's the next? Where can I get you to next?
Yeah.
You know.
And like, how do they help with that? Like, do they like give you like some sort of like mental exercise or like some sort of like daily goal that you're like supposed to meet, or
At least with mine, he doesn't give me a goal. He thinks that goals are more like he doesn't want to make it feel like it's like a
chore?
A chore,
Right,
yeah,
right.
exactly.
Or like give you something that you can fail.
Yeah, exactly. So he calls them perspectives.
Right.
So your new perspective is going to be if you get anxious, or if you feel like you sink down into like an emotional state. Your perspective should be, allow it. Let it be. Let it happen.
Soak it in. Yeah.
Let it happen and have that moment and deal with it, but deal with it in a graceful way. Think about like why you're going through this. Like have a positive view on why, because essentially when we go through these emotional phases, it's for a reason.
Right.
And those reasons are not always bad, but like I said, like we're so used to like just shutting down and like either keeping it away and shutting down and not talking about it.
Yes.
No, talk to it with yourself and remind yourself, why am I going through this? You're going through this because your brain is reminding yourself of this. It could be because like you're grateful for like where you're at now, you know.
Right,
Yeah.
You know, you're just reminding yourself of what happened, like how you were brought up, and like now you're here. Like that's a good thing. Like just remember why your brain is making you think of this, and then just take it in and just like, you know, accept it. You just have to accept it sometimes.
Right.
I guess we're just so scared of emotions and
Yes.
feelings because we're not like used to it.
Yeah, we're not used to it.
And I feel like, you know, in my case, and I mean, I don't know if Mikey feels the same way, we were very like, something happens, deal with it, move on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, and not because, you know, our parents were like, oh, you're not supposed to feel, but it was just kind of like, don't let that bother you, just move on. But sometimes I feel like you do have to feel it, and you do have to be like, so that way when something happens,
You can deal with it.
Yeah, you can deal with it.
And I think like me personally, I mean, we grew up in the same household, and I think like I got the other end of it, of where like I'm like, now just deal with it. You know what I mean? Like to me, like I'm really like not an emotional person.
He's not.
And to me, it's like anything happens, I'm like, yeah, like same thing. I do have the same feelings. Like I get sad, I get happy, and all that stuff. But I'm not gonna like same thing. Like today, like Cynthia was telling me, like we were having dinner or lunch, and she was like, "Oh, what are you gonna do with the podcast stuff?" We're talking about it, and then she's like, "Give me ideas and stuff like that." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, that's awesome." And then she was like, "I'm more excited than you are." I'm like, "No, I mean I'm excited too, you know, but I'm not gonna like
You're not
jump.
showing
Yeah, I'm
it,
not gonna jump up
Yeah.
and be like, I'm so excited."
Oh my god, I'm so excited.
Yeah, or like, oh, I'm nervous to do this because it's the first time I do it. You know what I mean? So
Yeah.
I'm just gonna like sit there and deal with it.
Yeah,
You know,
yeah.
And then I just learned it. And so sometimes me on the other side, I can be somewhat judgmental on like not understanding.
Did y'all hear that?
He's judgmental.
Judge Judy over here.
Caso cerrado.
No. Your name is not Moon.
En español.
Luna.
So yeah, so like to me it's like I think, I mean, as a side note, there was a time, or there's been a time where like having anxiety or being depressed, it was like the thing to do. Like everybody was like, "Oh, I'm depressed." Like, no, like yeah, you're feeling sad, you're not going, but it's like, "Oh, you're depressed because you're broke, but you're not going to work." you know what I mean?
Yeah.
He says, "Step your pussies up."
Yeah.
But it's like, you know, I've met people that are really like truly depressed, and you wouldn't even know it.
Right.
You know what I
that's
mean?
true.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I think that's where I'm going with that. I'm not saying people don't go through emotions, but a lot of people are like just want that attention to be
Right.
like, "Oh, I'm depressed" and stuff, and then all of a sudden like, 2 weeks later they're pregnant. I was like, wait, I thought you know.
I thought you were depressed.
Depression made me do it.
She was depressed from the D.
The other depression.
That's a different type of depression, baby.
Yeah.
But you
That's
see
fixable.
no, el chamaco.
Is that the baby's name? Depression. The precious.
Depression.
Depression.
The precious.
But you know what I mean? Like yeah, I think for a little bit. So to me, it was like, bro, you're not depressed. Like you're not happy with what's going on in your life, and that's okay.
Yeah.
But like, don't put it like so we can all feel sorry for you and be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Because like,
Yeah.
we all get anxiety. You know what I mean? It's like a normal state, but like there's people that really
Right.
like have it as a thing in their brain where they're like for real like they'll like tremble and stuff like that. And
Yeah.
like, but like, and that's what I'm saying. Like sometimes I'm like, bro, like you're not you just don't like being here. Just go home. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But it's not like, oh, I'm gonna step into like a random room and like I'm literally gonna panic and like you guys were saying like
Yeah.
like, but you guys would still step in the room and try to make
Right.
the best of
Yeah.
it, right?
Yeah.
You deal with your emotion and but you're not going around every. Oh no, man! I was so anxious being here. You know?
Yeah.
Now I'm good.
Give me some shots so I won't be anxious.
Yeah.
You know, like,
Well, I mean, that's what I used to do. So we can't really drag the people. No, and by the way, we are not doctors.
Oh,
We're
yeah.
just stating
This
our
is not
opinions.
medical advice.
No, this is not medical advice.
I'm
We're
not
just
licensed in the state of
El
Texas.
Dr. Pepper.
Although Brandon will dress up as a nurse if you're nice.
I will.
So yeah, I feel like, but one thing that you said is like, I feel like we also minimize our feelings because you're like,
Right.
well, other people have it worse than me. Other people deal with this, and
Right.
it's not that bad. But because I say that a lot in therapy, and my therapist is like, that is your feelings. You are feeling that, and that's important. And yes, other people have it bad, but you're experiencing this right now.
Mm-hmm.
You have to deal with it. And I'm like, oh, okay, I guess.
I'll try.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it's amazing. I think that we all need help. No matter how good you have
Nurse.
it. Yes, nurse. We all need help at some point. Like, we are humans. We have feelings.
Yeah.
We go through so much, like, throughout the day that sometimes it's nice to just, like, talk to somebody that has no attachments to you.
Yeah.
That literally cannot say like, well, I'm going to go tell this. I'm going to, like that you feel like 100% comfortable with. Yeah. So I am all for the therapy.
Yeah, I mean, I'm a big advocate for it now. Like, I understand, like, if you're shy about it, that's fine. Take your time.
Right.
But be open to it at least, like, your first time or try for a second time because the second time is better. And see, and if it's for you, it's for you, and if it's not, then it's not.
And like you were saying that you go online, like how do you find those resources to? Or
There's a lot. You can literally go on Google and find your resources. You can actually, they can, if you have insurance, they can, and all of these websites can actually. Can see if your insurance covers it, so that you only pay the copay, and you see this. I mean, I see my therapist once a week. Yeah. Now it's like once every 2 weeks. But yeah, and I see what resources your insurance can provide. And if you don't have insurance, there's a lot of local community places that give back and have free therapy and like free resources for you to find. You just have to find it.
Don't call me because I'm gonna judge you.
Don't call us, honey, because we will be like, girl, this is not therapy. This is chisme. I'm just kidding.
I mean, chisme therapy is good too.
Yes. Sometimes I feel like when I'm in therapy, I'm in like a stand-up comedy show because I want to make her laugh.
Have you made your therapist laugh?
Yes. Oh my God. Yeah, she will be like, okay. Also,
she's like, haha, your problems ain't that bad.
you're just dramatic.
Like, wow, you a coon for that.
She
Or
said,
pay me for
literally,
this.
yes. No, the first 2 sessions, I cried. I barely met this woman. Sorry to that lady. And I just cried.
What, is yours in person or
No.
online too?
Yeah. Which is very convenient because...
Right, and it's the same thing as like you're a little bit more open to, like you said, because you're not like face to face and having
It's like
to.
It's like a little FaceTime call.
Yeah.
A little FaceTime date.
Yeah.
Omegle.
Omegle?
It's like if you buy one of those cards to call to Mexico.
Mexico.
Yeah.
Bro,
You just pay, yeah. You just pay to talk to somebody. Yeah, I do it online on my little lunch break. I do it once a week. So, yeah, it's very convenient. And I think it's helped me out a lot. And, you know, I don't know. Well, I do. Now I know that I have some people that in my life that are sober. But when I first decided to do it, I didn't really have anybody to kind of like talk about it. I have friends that just have a drink and stuff, but they still drink. So I feel like finally me making that decision of being like, okay, well, I need a little bit more has helped me out a lot.
That's good.
So, yeah, we love therapy.
No, yeah, like I said, I'm judgmental. but I do see the benefit in it.
Would you consider it?
I have never felt the need for it.
Okay.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like I would not say no to it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Like if for whatever reason, like my wife one day was like, especially like that, or like my family, you know, it was like, hey bro, like you're really like messing up here. Like if you don't want to talk to us, you can talk. And like I will definitely.
Oh, okay.
But you know what I mean? But I have never like said at the end of the day and just cried about anything. You know what I mean? Like to be like.
One time I literally asked him, Mikey, do you cry? I've only seen him cry one time. And no, twice. Once when we were little and I hit him with the broomstick.
Anyone would have cried.
Yeah. Sorry to this man.
Sorry for the broom.
Yeah.
Sorry to the broom.
No, yeah, but like, yeah, you know, I have feelings and stuff, but like, I've never had just that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Or like where it's constant to where I'm like, man, like something's really messing me up. You know?
Have you ever cried like in the shower?
No,
Those
not
are
in
the
the shower.
Those are the best cries.
Those are good.
Because you just I put music on
I do too.
and I just cry and then
Llorar, llorar, llorar.
rain on me.
And like you're like a big old like sobbing and like commercial comes up.
Because you can't afford.
The YouTube Premium.
Yeah,
God,
the Spotify Premium. That's why we're sad. Because we can't afford it.
You see what I'm saying? You're not sad. You're just broke. You're not depressed.
This is that judgmental part.
Yes.
That's the thing. Like, yeah, if you had the money, then you would be like, man, have ad-free listening. I'm not mad about having ads every 5 minutes.
But you know, people say money can't buy you happiness, but I feel like only rich people say that. I never heard a broke person say that in my life. I had never said it.
No,
I think money can give you the stuff to make you happy.
Right, but you
just
still
have to
need the
find
money.
the correct
But
way.
you
to
still
use
need
it.
the
right,
money,
right.
honey.
Yeah.
You still need money, yeah.
Yeah, I mean.
Let's start there. Or like the saying, like, you're not ugly, you're just broke. That's true.
You're not ugly, nada más estás mal arreglada. Nada más andas fodonga. Con la
Pantufla.
Yes. This has been a really good time. I feel like this is what we want, like to come here, talk to our friends. We love to hear from you, Brandon. Like I said, you're very entertaining. You are very outspoken. You're so funny. You're one of the funniest people that I know.
Oh, stop it.
And it comes, you know, from me being the biggest clown.
The clownery.
The clownery.
It runs in the friendship.
Yes. I'm like, are you a clown? Let's do it.
I just exited my clown era because I think the Joker film stopped filming. But once it premieres, I'll be back in my clown era.
Oh, okay. You're excited for Miss Gaga?
Yeah, for Miss Gaga, yeah.
Yes, okay. For anybody that doesn't know, Lady Gaga is going to be in the new Joker movie.
Well, I didn't know.
Oh, for Mikey that didn't know.
Wow.
Because he's too busy being judgmental.
Yeah.
He don't have time for pop
He does
culture.
not have time for that.
No. Yeah, we're so excited for it. There's like a lot of movies that are going to come out soon. And we are ready for it. We are movie girlies.
No, but yeah, Brandon, thank you for coming. Hopefully you come back again. Maybe.
Yes.
Second episode.
Thank you guys for having me. I enjoyed it so much. But yeah, I'm always willing to be back as a guest.
Yes.
With more chismes next time, please.
Yes.
Yeah,
I think we should bring him when we do like the anonymous chismes.
Yeah, we want to do like
Anonymous.
anonymous chismes. Yeah.
Yes,
Yes.
like have the viewers submit or have
Yeah,
the-
Yes,
yeah.
yes, we wanna do that.
Yes,
I feel like you
please,
will be the one.
I'd be like, wait, I know this one.
They're gonna be anonymous.
I can fact check it.
Brandon's gonna be like, "Is this about me?"
Who said this? Who would say this?
Yes.
Mama.
Mikey.
Alilu.
Stella. Baby Mikey's like, I heard about Brandon in the streets.
He's gonna listen to this podcast and be like, wow, that was your first guest.
That's your best friend.
Not
Dan?
iconic.
Y'all could have done better. We're so happy you were here. Thank you for coming, Brandon. We were very excited, very nervous. I hope you guys like it and, continue to follow us on our journey to be podcasters. Honestly, I feel like my dad is more excited.
Yeah.
He's the best, like the most excited. He's just like a podcaster freak. Listener. Yeah, he'll watch anything. He'll listen to anything. So shout out to the parents. Shout out to everybody. And we will see you
on the next one.
time.
Bye.
Aplausos.